Hi, thanks so much for joining me. Today we are talking all about bronzers. I'm going to go through the bronzers that I have, things that I love, things I'm not quite sure I love. I'm not quite sure why they even made it in the whole move because I haven't used some of them in a long time. So we're going to go through all of them. This may turn into a declutter along the way, which would be really helpful because I'm kind of running out of space. I will swatch everything for you along the way. So I'm going to turn the camera around. We'll look at these things together. I'll show you what I've got and then what I think about them and make some decisions or keep them all. I hope I don't keep them all. So let's see how it goes. First, we've got Radiance Bronze Light by HOURGLASS. It does have a little bit of shimmer in there, but it's not really detectable once it's on your face. It's really an interesting kind of product if you haven't tried any HOURGLASS, but I will definitely be keeping this one. It's a go-to of mine. We've got the Laura Geller Baked Body Frosting Hawaiian Glow. It's an all-over face and body glow, and I bought this because I was watching QVC. I should definitely not watch that show. I get hooked in really easily and end up with stuff like this, although I have to say it is beautiful. This is what it looks like. It's marbleized. There's this whole process that they go through in order to get to this point. I think it's in Italy. Don't quote me on that. I believe there's a baking process, and of course all of them will look different. This is great for all over body. This is cooler toned and looks really beautiful on my skin tone. It has a more subtle shimmer in it than say the HOURGLASS. Really beautiful for the shoulder area, arms, neck. You can put it on your face. I love this one and I'm glad I took it out because I will be using this in the summer for sure. This is by Makeup Forever, the Pro Bronze Fusion. This is definitely another cooler bronze tone. I couldn't find the actual shade though, I'll keep looking. I heard such great things about this one, which is why I purchased it, but it does not blend well on my skin. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I could definitely either keep trying this. It's a little bit like a denser kind of pigment. It takes a little bit more effort to get the color to transfer to your brush. So I am not quite sure. This is one I've got to think about. This is a NARS liquid bronzer in Laguna, and I love this one for the summer. There it is. It has a bit of shimmer in it. Really beautiful. Blends really well. Definitely a go-to of mine. I don't know who needs this many bronzers, but I really like this one. Speaking of liquid products, this is by Cover FX. It is one of their custom enhancer drops. This one is in Sunset, and I also like this for liquid bronzer, and you can also mix this in with foundations, etc., and darken them up a little bit. It has a cooler tone again, and I really like this one. I don't know why I have this and the NARS though. Good question. There's definitely less shimmer in there compared to the NARS. So this will do more of a tint rather than the glow that you get with the NARS. Let's just go and put the NARS next to it so we can compare. I don't think I've ever done that. Aha, so now we've got the NARS next to the Color FX. There's very much a difference. This is a lot more caramelly toned than this one. Next is a Mally product that, again, I think if this was like a QVC HSN influenced purchase and I wanted to see what her products were like, I should not watch that show anymore. And it's the Evercolor Poreless Face Defender Boost. Now this has you can see it breaking apart. I think this is one I have to get rid of. It's got that putty kind of consistency like the ColourPop shadows and some of their other products. And ew, okay, it's like clay. It feels like wet clay. I was not able to get this to really move around. I think it's kind of like that Chanel product, but I didn't have luck moving this around. Kind of like the Makeup Forever. I couldn't get it to blend in really well. So interesting product, but not something I think I'm going to keep. So I think that's the first one that's out. Another piece of evidence that shows me that I should not be watching QVC, HSN, another IT Cosmetics purchase. I think it was from watching that. This is a Radiance Ombre Bronzer in Warm Radiance. And as you can see, it has not really been used. I was curious, the reason you see a line in there is I was curious if that is an over spray over? You know what I mean, where they just spray glittery things on top. I don't think it is. I think it goes through and through. So this side over here is matte. And the other side, the highlighted side, well, it's highlighted. So you can mix the two, you can make it shimmery and matte. You could just make it shimmery as in a highlight and matte as a bronzer. Again, a cooler toned one, which I like. I don't know why I'm not using this, but maybe my mom would enjoy this, so I think I will give this to her. This is a bronzer by KIKO Cosmetics. I went to their store in Las Vegas and had fun just looking at everything. I don't think this is available anymore, but it is a bronzer crayon. And I use this quite a bit, as you can tell. I guess I liked this a lot. Oh, that's really nice. I think the reason I didn't talk about this is because it was not available any longer. I really like that. Okay. Well, I'm going to use up the rest of this, I guess. And there's quite a bit left. Look. I really like that. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't think it's available anymore, but I will look and see if there's something similar to it on their website. If you've not tried KIKO Cosmetics yet, they're kind of an interesting brand. Really nice products, but at an excellent price point for sure. And this one is made in Italy too. Next up, we've got the Smashbox Step by Step Contour Stick in bronze. I also have the highlighter and the contour pencil, which came in a set. These are excellent, by the way. The whole set is excellent. And I'm curious to know what the KIKO looks like next to this. So the KIKO one has a little bit more warmth to it. The Smashbox is probably a better color for me, but that is also really pretty. This one's also a little bit more sheer. We've got the Laura Mercier number 3 bronzer. I don't really use this one. I think because it's too light for me. Yeah, it's really subtle. I can barely see it. I'll get some more and see if it makes a difference. Yeah, that's really light. I wonder if I could use this more as a finishing powder. I can barely see it. Like, I guess what's the point, right? Maybe I'll give this one to my mom. She is much more fair than I am, so I'll try using this with her. She's coming here for the weekend, so I'm excited to play with makeup with her. Despite what I usually feature on my channel, I do shop at the drugstore every once in a while based on recommendations, or if I hear a lot of hype about something I want to try myself. This is Physicians Formula, one of their bronzers, and this is the, let me turn it over so I can see. This is the Airbrushing Bronzing Veil Deluxe Edition, medium to dark. Let's give this a try. Oh, it's very soft. Look, I've hardly used this. What is my problem? Like, why do I buy stuff? I don't understand. It's got a bit of shimmer to it. It's definitely warmer. Almost got like a rose goldy hue to it. Yeah, I haven't really used this, so time to move this one along. I know I featured this one before, but I thought I'd show you palettes that also have bronzers in them so I can talk about the bronzers specifically. Now, when I tested this one out initially, I did not like it. I still don't use it as a bronzer, however, I will use it as an eyeshadow. And this is a Chanel Coco Code Blush Harmony. Yeah, you can barely see that. No wonder I didn't like it. But, of course, I will keep the palette because the blush part is beautiful. Another IT Cosmetics product, I'm going to talk about the bronzer this time. There is a blush in there I think I talked about during the blush video. And this is the Live, Laugh, Love Vitality Face Disc with drops of light technology. Look at that, it comes off kind of powdery. So that one is barely visible on my skin, and no wonder then I haven't used it. I should probably let my mom try this one out, and I've got a pile of makeup for her to try out to see if she wants it, but I think this one is going to go. The blush and highlight are pretty too, but I don't need them. So I'm gonna give this one to my mom. This is the Hourglass palette. I don't remember, I think this came out a couple years ago, but the lighter version of the bronzer is in here, right here. And I thought I would swatch that for you. This is Luminous Bronze Light, and the other one I have by Hourglass, which is a little bit more deep, is Radiant Bronze Light. I don't use it as much, but you can definitely see it has little shimmers in there. So if you like that, you'll like it, and if you are more fair, this is a good color for you. I don't use it that often, but I will use all the other colors in there. Speaking of Hourglass, this is old packaging. I don't know how old this is, or if I ordered it and it was like I don't know. I think that they were changing packaging, or I don't even know if this is available. I have to look. I don't know much about this one, but I do like it quite a bit. This is Superficial in Mirage, and I think this one is supposed to be waterproof. This definitely has warmer tones in it than my other colors, which I like because it kind of gives me options. Not that I need that many options. Plus this one is matte. This is a Tarte bronzer in Park Avenue Princess, which I've heard a lot about. I think this is actually something that was included in a little sampler thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really use it. I don't think that it had enough pigmentation for me. It kind of looks like my skin and just shimmery. So that one is not the greatest bronzer for me. Definitely has a sheerness to it. I've heard so much about this one too, but for me, not my thing. Next up, we've got the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Glow Face Palette. This is a bronzer, although it does not look like it would show up on me at all. But I really liked it. It's very soft, as in creamy soft. Kind of funny, it doesn't swatch well, and it looks really shimmery from here. Wow, it doesn't look like that on. I didn't think this one would work on me because it is the lighter of the bronzers, but it actually does work on me and it's just kind of swatching funny. We have another palette. This one's by Hourglass. It is the Surreal Light palette, and this in here is a bronzer. It does not look like a bronzer to me, and I don't really use it. As you can see, I've used the other colors quite a bit, but not this one. And there we go. It almost looks like a blush color, and it has shimmer in it. I know some people have said that they find this too shimmery on them, this palette. I think Kathleen Lights specifically mentioned that, but we have different skin tones, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. But what I found is that this does not appear glittery on my face. I like the palette, but I don't use a bronzer in here. Here's another product that gets a lot of hype, Hula by Benefit, and I don't even have the whole thing. I just wanted to test it out. It must have come in some kind of bronzer sampler thing. As you can see, I haven't used it. I think I've stuck my finger in there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've even used it. Yeah, I can hardly see it, and it looks like it just might be chalky. So this one is out. Apparently I liked this one quite a bit. It is the NARS Laguna bronzer. It is not swatching very well, but it's something I use quite a bit. What's funny is that I think I like cooler bronzers even though my skin tone is warm, because when I tan, I actually don't tan more golden, I tan more mocha-y. Last one, this is by Chanel. It is the Le Beige Healthy Glow in 50, and this has been my go-to recently. I do dust this all over my face and use it as a bronzer. Now this one's interesting because it swatches so sheer, but when you do build it up, it builds up really nicely. Definitely keeping this one. I'll be keeping 13 of my bronzers, and I will be giving away or throwing away 8 of them based on how old they are. Otherwise, I think I did pretty well. I almost got to half, but I'm good for now. Hopefully I don't buy any more, but you'll let me know if you want me to try something. That's the only reason I would purchase anything else. But what I have now is pretty good. And as you can see, I have a lot more bronzers than I probably should have or can even use. I'm gonna go ahead and do this with eyeshadow palettes, with concealers, with foundations. I've done blushes. So if there's anything else that you wanna see, oh, I have lots of eyebrow products too that I don't use. We can do that too. So if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Hi, the camera is right here. Today we are talking about all. Hi, my earrings. And as you can see, there are a lot more blushes. Blushes. Can you hear that? Lawn maintenance. Turn the camera around so that we can. Blah, 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 blah.